everyone, I'm Kieran and I'm your host for episode 2 of the Talking About podcast, a podcast that will have a different voice every month, but the conversation remains the same. Exploring Sky with diverse voices, sharing behind the scenes insights and inspiring stories inside and outside of the office. And today we step into the festive world of Bianca, head of CSG Communications, and Linda, colleague experience and events manager. Sorry, I did get that a little bit wrong there.
You stumbled every time. Don't pretend like that was a first take, Kieran.
That was the only take.
That was take
First
18,
time I've done
everyone.
it. Thank
Take
you very
18.
much. Before we get into the details of Christmas, we like to start every podcast with a little icebreaker.
Ooh,
Yes,
sweet.
just so we can get to know our guests a little bit better. This icebreaker is just a simple question. What is your go-to Christmas karaoke song? We can start with you, Bianca.
I mean, nobody wants to hear me do karaoke, me or anyone else. I enjoy singing, but I cannot sing, but I really, really like it. Do you know what? I mean, I like karaoke in general. I'd probably sing anything, and I like Christmas songs. I get into the spirit I go pretty hard once I'm in. I think 1st of December, once that starts, I'm in. So, but what would be my go-to? I mean, obviously Mariah, right? That's most people of our age group-ish I think that's our favourite Christmas song because it's what we grew up with. But I have to say I really, really am a big fan of Elton John's Step Into Christmas, so I'll go that one.
Good one.
And it's lower and it's easier to sing. I don't know,
Good choice.
once you ever try to sing Mariah on karaoke, you'll never make that mistake again.
It's too
Never
hard.
do that again.
Her voice is incredible.
Yeah, not as good as Whitney's, but it's up there.
I don't think anyone, apart from Celine Dion, I think Celine
I
Dion.
mean, I have to say, of the three, Celine
Oh,
wins it for me, hands down.
For me, Whitney, no one's ever come
awesome.
close, but Celine Dion.
Celine is.
But it's not my
something
type
else.
of music, Celine Dion.
And
That's Whitney for a start.
Yeah.
You're kind of right though.
I was.
It's in the
That's what I was
ballpark.
thinking of.
You're
I was
in the
talking
right
about Whitney.
ballpark.
I was thinking, Titanic was
So
Celine
yeah.
Dion.
what's yours? What's your favourite?
So mine, again, I used to do karaoke.
Would you not do it now? If we went on a team night out, would you do it?
I would, but
You'd get involved.
I have my karaoke song, which I think I can do quite well.
So not
which
Christmas
is, which
one.
is Valerie. Hands
Oh
down.
yeah,
Do
that's
that
a
every
good
single
choice because
time.
it's quite low as well,
Yeah,
isn't it? Yeah,
that's my song.
low songs for women, it's easier.
Christmas song, I think, again, because easy, would be Shakin' Stevens.
Which one is that one?
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, because it's quite monotone.
Yeah, it's a tune.
Yeah.
It's literally quite monotone.
I mean, they're
there's
all
no
tunes.
runs. There's
They're all
no.
tunes, yeah.
All
Yeah.
I
tunes.
tried to avoid it until
Yeah.
December 1st, I would
Yeah,
say.
I
Yeah, and
agree.
then-
When it's October and they're
Yeah.
pumping it out in the shops, you're like, no, babes. But then when it's December, you're like, yes.
I do love a bit of car karaoke though. You know, when you're driving home from work and the Christmas
don't
song just hits you,
drive.
and then you just can't
I need
can't
to
help
do it
yourself.
on the commute. Kieran,
Yeah.
no, don't just be throwing that question out to us. What's your
What's yours?
Christmas karaoke song, please?
I don't have one.
Oh,
Like I said,
come
no,
on.
You
honestly,
need to
so
get one.
I think it's who sings "It's Beginning to Feel a Lot
Like
Oh,
Christmas.
not now Bublé's covered it, but originally
Bublé did it
Bing
also.
Crosby.
Bing Crosby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one. But I had one. See, I had a debate with Danny, right? And I was like, Love Actually. Have you seen Love Actually?
Yes.
Yeah,
Of
cool.
course. Come on.
What was the song he sings and he changes it to Christmas?
Christmas is all
Oh.
around.
Christmas is... So I was like, yeah, that's my favourite
That's wet,
Christmas
wet,
song.
wet. My love is.
It's all
Yeah.
but it's like Christmas.
That's not a
is
Christmas
all
song.
around.
We counted that as a
around me.
Christmas song.
That was the debate we had.
No,
I was
that's
like,
not a
but if
Christmas
it's Love
song.
Actually, technically it is because he
But
changed
that's
it.
a
into
film. It's
Christmas song.
It was
fiction.
never released. So
But it's fiction as well.
Yeah.
That's just like saying Die Hard is a Christmas film.
absolutely, Die
It's
Hard
not,
is a Christmas
It's
film.
not a Christmas
Yes, it
film. Just it takes place around Christmas.
No,
Kind of.
it's a Christmas
People
film.
are getting shot up
Kind
and
of.
killed and
Christmas-
maimed and there's
Christmas
blood everywhere.
I'm sticking to my guns.
Oh, no, this is what it's good.
Right, we're
I
going to
love
get
it.
to the
I like
Christmas
it.
film section.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to the
Let's
Christmas
jumped
film
ahead
section.
again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right, we'll go back to the other question before we broke up. So tell me a little bit about what Christmas means to you and what your sort of traditions tend to be around that period of time of year.
Shall I go?
Yeah. You lot can
This time.
choose.
Go on, babes.
So for me, Christmas is all about, I think, just trying to relax,
Yeah.
getting together with family, friends, chosen family, whoever it is you want to spend time with, and eating as much food as humanly possible, because there is this thing, come the 25th of December, your stomach just expands like fivefold because the amount of food I eat at Christmas, I could never eat.
Like you've
on
been training
any
it up
other
the whole
day.
time, kind of thing.
I mean, what is that? What happens?
Oh, just that day, or is it the whole
No, it's
of?
just that day. I don't understand what happens. That you literally start eating in the morning, and then you will have a big lunch or a big dinner. I tend to eat quite late at Christmas, and then
More like dinner time, as in evening time.
so
Yeah,
5, 6 o'clock.
That's
and
becoming
then the
more popular
pudding,
now.
then the cheese, and then after the cheese, more cheese.
Oh, you go for
then
it.
the chocolate. I don't understand, but it is really about just kind of,
Who does the
spending
turkey
time.
sandwiches after? Did you ever do that?
Sometimes.
I'm a veggie now, sadly.
Oh
so.
no. Talking about that, what does your Christmas look like?
Yeah.
So is this the same question that Linda just had, or is it
Yeah.
different?
Well, let's have what it means to you and what your sort
What it
of
means to
traditions
me.
are.
So traditions wise, so like I said, I do like to get in the spirit. So I think I like to do. I don't go crazy on decorations. Definitely nothing outside, but that's more just because I don't really have that much outside space. But I will put something up in the house, whether it be a tree or some lights or just something to feel Christmassy. Because I think when you wake up in the morning and you see it, you're like, oh. And I think it's nice
Yeah.
to prolong that feeling. I mean, there's a kind of a whole school of thought when people do it really early now and leave it up really long and people go in on them. And I'm like, you know what? If it brings them joy, let them get on with it. Like, what's the problem? If someone wants to have a Christmas tree up for 6 months a year, let them do that. If that brings them a bit of joy. I think live and let live, right? I wouldn't do it, but if it brings someone happiness and joy, I think crack on. So sorry, back to me. Traditions. So yeah, seeing friends, seeing family. I like to actually go away if I can abroad. I did it a lot as a kid. I used to go skiing over Christmas, most Christmases. So I think I got quite used to doing that. And so now I do that now, but I've switched the skiing for heat because I need some more sun than we get in this country. I'm not built for this weather, so I do like to try to get out into the heat. So I'm actually going on holiday on the 21st of December.
Oh wow.
For 2 weeks, going to Gran Canaria.
Oh, very nice.
Very much looking forward to that. But that's not every year. But I switched it out to January, but it seems to have snuck back in this year to December. But I like to go to Liberty. The kind of, it's like a nice department store behind kind of Oxford Circus off Regent Street. I like to go there when they open their Christmas shop, and I don't tend to buy the baubles because they're about £700 each.
They're
but
a lot of
it's
money.
nice. Yeah, I mean I'm exaggerating, but they're not cheap. It's very expensive, but they're amazing. They're so ornate and they're so beautiful. It just makes me feel quite happy. Just looking at them, just browsing. Genuinely, I just go and browse the shop, and it makes me feel really Christmassy. And a nice glass of champagne with various friends in various different places definitely gets me in the mood for Christmas.
It's just thinking about traditions that we have at home with my partner and so Dave and our girls. We were chatting about it the other day.
Yeah.
So every year, the girls still get a stocking. They're 19.
Oh, I still do stockings.
19 and 26.
100%.
Right?
Do you not do it yourself? You and Dave?
Oh, we don't do stockings for us. We do stockings for the girls.
Oh, you should.
But then what they do,
That's the best
and
bit.
again, it's really funny because Taylor will always go and sleep in Morgan's room. And we put their stockings
They
at the
sleep
bottom
together.
of the bed. Yeah.
Oh, they're so cute.
Then the next morning they come into our room, even though we'll moan and go, oh, but they come into our room and they sit on our bed and they open their
that's
stockings,
so
which is really sweet. And Dave said the other day there will come a point where they're actually going to stop doing that, and actually it's going to be.
I don't think they
it's
will.
actually going to be.
Well, if they're
Well,
still
might
doing
have-
it now.
But then when they move out and they have their
Yeah,
own
of
families, they're
course.
going to stop doing it. And I was a little bit heartbroken. I'm not going to lie. I was like, oh my
No,
god.
I
Maybe you
think
should keep it as a
keep
tradition.
it.
Yeah, I
keep
think
it
you
as a
should.
tradition.
That's such a good
Yeah.
one. I like a stocking
That's
still.
true.
I think, even as an adult, I genuinely think that's the most exciting part of the day.
Yeah, we just do them for the girls because it does, as you said, bring them joy, and it just makes us happy. Kind of, and I like to stick an orange in there every once in a while.
And a lump of coal.
Just a bit of coal. But then another one that we've started with our next door neighbours. We're actually really good friends with our neighbours, and we go to Panto every year.
Oh, cool.
The one at the
Which one do
Palladium.
you go to?
One
Oh,
at
the Palladium. Cool.
With Julie and Claire.
Oh, is
Hilarious.
it Boy George doing it this year? And Jennifer Saunders, did I see?
No, it's always Julie and Clary. Boy George might be in it, but Julie and Clary he's always the lead, which is brilliant. But we started going when our so Taylor would probably have been about 13, maybe 12, and our next door neighbour's daughter is a year older. And
They like
the
best buds.
innuendo,
They've been best buds their whole
yeah,
life.
they get on really
Aw.
well. So the innuendo, they didn't get it,
Yeah.
and now
That's the great thing,
as
isn't
every
it?
year they get older, and we can kind of watch them giggling along to this,
Yeah,
and we're
they
like,
start to get it.
they're getting it. They're getting it now.
It's like when you watch a film as a kid and you thought you understood it, then you watch it as an adult, you're like, oh, actually, I didn't get that the whole time.
Oh,
And
yeah.
now you're like, oh, it's actually quite
Yeah.
rude.
So yeah, kind of mix of old traditions, family traditions, and kind of new things that we do
What about you, Kieran?
with friends.
What, my tradition?
Yeah.
It's changed over the years, I would say.
Now the little ones
Because
have
now
come
the little
along,
ones are here. Yeah, I think it's as they're getting older, it's getting a bit more Christmassy. Like I think this year, trying to get them to earn their presents a little bit.
I like that.
Yeah,
Like
so
doing jobs or
behaving.
behaving, mostly
Good behaviour.
I mean,
Going to bed on time. Are they good at going to bed or not going to bed?
no, you know what? They're actually very, very good at going
That's
to bed.
good.
So my son goes to bed around 7 to 7:30.
That's
right?
good. How old is he?
He's just over 2 years and 4 months. Now.
Oh, yeah, so it's
Yeah,
still time.
still, yeah. My
Yeah,
daughter's
yeah.
going to be 4 in March.
What time does she go to bed?
She's about 8-ish.
Oh,
But not too much
Don't-
difference. No.
You get a
And I
little bit
speak
of
to-
time in the evenings.
Yes, that's the
with
whole
your
point.
partner.
That
Yeah,
is
you
the
have
whole
to keep
point.
that, don't you?
You need
I'm
your
talking like I know I
space.
don't have children, but I hear from all my friends that this is very important, right?
yeah,
you
it
have
is.
to have
I know a
time for
lot of
yourself.
parents, and I think they struggle with that time. But when
Yeah.
I speak to them, what time do your kids go to bed? And it's like, oh yeah, 10, 9. I'm like, huh?
I mean, I'm in bed by then. Jesus Christ.
I need a couple of hours to myself,
Exactly.
before I do something. So
Downtime, chill time.
yeah, so this year we've got on watching. Have you ever done Elf on the Shelf or heard of Elf?
Oh,
yeah.
I know it. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Why you would start that is beyond me. I was having a chat with Ross about this the
Yeah.
other day, and I said, if you could take it back and not do it, would you? And he was like, of course I would take it back. He's like, once you're in, you're in. He's like, I'm in it
Yeah,
for like
you're
12 years at least.
You're
Oh,
committed.
you're joking.
It is a big commitment. Do you understand? It's
I
every
might have to
single
put
day.
a
night.
halt on this
we-
one now.
Have you not done it yet? Have you
No,
started?
I thought it starts at December the 1st.
Oh, I don't know. I just know
I
it
think-
looks like a lot of work.
Yeah, the elf flies in at December the 1st.
Yeah.
That's
It
when
doesn't-
Santa
look,
sends
I
him.
do enjoy
all
when
you
you
believe it.
see
Old
pictures on
people's
Insta.
pictures,
It is
yeah.
hilarious. But would I be doing that every single year for every night? No. Like
We didn't start it until our girls were much, much older. So we
Like 16.
yeah, that's about that. But we simplified it.
Is
right?
it?
So
Oh.
what we did was, because we have a family WhatsApp chat, you hide the elf. That's all you
Oh, I
do.
like
You hide
that.
it, and then whoever finds it has to take a picture, send it on WhatsApp. Say you found it, and then they need to then hide it.
I like
But there
that.
are rules.
Not like a toucher.
There are rules. It has to be inside the walls of the house.
Yeah.
Because one year Dave hid it in the boot of his car. That's not okay. 'cause
No,
we don't go in the boot
no,
of
you're
his
taking it too
car.
far, Dave. Come
Taking
on.
it too far, so it
Don't
has
take
to
the
be
game so
within the
far.
walls of the house.
I like that. This is
But
a
it
good.
is,
Very.
and then you don't have to do all the scenarios because that's like.
I love that you've hacked Elf on the Shelf
know.
and you've got your own thing going on. That is so smart.
I mean, and
Yeah.
how old are we? I mean, we're
Oh,
just like
Lin-
big kids. It's
I've
But
always
when
said
did you
you're
stop
smart,
it?
Linda. You are.
sorry.
When did you stop?
Oh, we
it?
still do it. we've only started doing it recently. I mean, Elf
I
on
want
the
to
Shelf
start.
has
All
only
right,
been
all
a-
right. Maybe I'm
That's
changing my
something.
mind. Maybe I'm going to
Yeah.
start it.
We've been doing
In fact,
it now
listen, if I
for
could do
3
this
years.
version where it's more
Yeah.
just about hiding it
yeah.
within my flat, that'll be fine. It
Yeah,
won't
that's
last
all
very
right.
long. The game.
Yeah, but
can
well,
see
I
it.
like the boot idea because that just keeps them going. Keeps
Yeah,
them
yeah,
going
yeah.
and
in the
going and going.
dishwasher, everywhere.
I think it's
Brilliant.
good. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going
Yeah,
to come to you for other hacks of
Hacks.
games.
yeah. I think I might have to reconsider that this now. But yeah, tradition-wise, so this year we're just going to spend it with. So Christmas Eve, going to go to my mum's. No, my family friend's house. Sorry, my family cousin's house, and everyone's going to be there.
Mhm.
Christmas Day, we're just spending it with the kids, Claire and her brothers, and then Boxing Day, I'll probably go see mum, dad, and everyone. So be quite busy this year, and we're hosting. So
How many people you
cookies.
got coming over?
Oh, not two. So we got her brothers, her two brothers. Well, her brother and his partner. Me, Claire, and the kids. So that's pretty much it. And maybe a few
not
people
like
might pop
16,
in.
20,
No.
we'll start talking about 20, you're
We
like,
used to
whoa.
we
Well,
used to
first of all,
do
how do you get
that.
Space and
I've done
chairs for
I've
that
done
many
16
people?
before.
Was it? We used to do the whole family when we was kids.
Yeah.
So we used to have. I would argue 25, maybe. We
It's a lot.
don't do it
I think
anymore.
your
Dad
parents
always
were
used to
saints,
host.
Like, and you were a saint doing
Just-
20.
But I would never do it again.
I can't
I would
imagine.
never do it again.
No,
Don't know
things-
how you could. We didn't even have
There's
the
nowhere to
kitchen
go.
space.
It's literally there's no. Oh no, but what you do is like
Oh,
you bring,
another hack.
you invite
Another
that
hack
many
coming.
people.
Listeners,
Yeah,
listen to the next
Yeah.
hack coming.
no, they've got to bring something.
a
Do you know at the
Yeah,
start of this
100%.
podcast, I think you need to tell people to get a paper and pen because all of Linda's life
Hack,
hacks.
yeah.
I wish I'd have brought in a
No,
pen and
no,
paper.
no.
I don't have one.
Yeah, then they need to bring stuff. You do the main things
Yeah.
like the turkey, and if they want any other meats, you don't want to eat the turkey, you bring your own meat. I'm not
Linda, you're
doing
like
that.
an oracle.
Oh yeah.
If I'm
No.
any decision in my life going forwards, I'm gonna ring you and say, "What should I do in this situation,
Yeah.
please?"
No, but I think it's. I mean,
No,
I think
you're-
that's really
you've
nice
got it
about
down.
the thing about if you're having lots of people around for Christmas. I think people do like to bring stuff. And
Yeah.
it's like, well,
It's nice to feel part
don't
of
bring
it.
me wine or whatever. Well, I mean, obviously bring me wine.
Yeah, bring
Always
a dish.
bring me wine,
It
but
makes
bring a
sense.
dish
Yeah.
because then it just
It does
helps
make
everybody
sense.
out.
No, I totally agree.
And food-wise, then, who's cooking? You or your
I'll be the
partner?
cook. I'll be the chef. Yeah. Usually, so I like to do all the meat and stuff like that. I think
Do you
that's
have
just
more
something
than
I
one
enjoy
version
doing.
of meat?
Yeah, I tend to. Well, it depends on the type, like sort of time of year, really. Like last year,
Or
not
would it be
time
like
of year,
turkey
last year.
and...
Question, right? Do you guys actually like turkey for Christmas?
Yes, I love turkey.
So,
Yeah, go on, please. Bianca.
no, so it's such a good question. So now, so technically, well, not tech, I am a vegetarian, but I give myself an annual day off rather, an annual year off. That would be fun. Vegetarian that eats meat every day. So Christmas I will eat meat.
Yeah.
So I will eat the turkey, but to be honest, I enjoy like ham, like ham that people
yeah.
make, like baked ham. I prefer that to turkey because turkey needs gravy. It needs something else going on, right? 'Cause it doesn't have that. It doesn't carry that much flavour. There's not much fat in it, is there? So it's not very flavourful. So I would go ham over turkey, I say. But really, what I'm really looking forward to is pigs in blankets. Little sausages wrapped
Save
in
your whole
bacon.
year
Yeah.
just for that,
Honestly,
yeah.
and can you imagine what that tastes
Yeah.
like to me when I haven't eaten it for
Oh
a
my
year?
God, that would
I'm
just be like
literally like
heaven.
the thought of it is making me happy. I'm not even kidding. I woke up the other night in the middle of the night and I started thinking about it and I was like,
The
can't
fact
wait for
that
that.
you still enjoy meat and you don't eat it it's pretty
It's
impressive.
ethical, yeah. It's not
I
because
think
I don't like
that's
the
really
taste
cool
of
that
it.
you can.
Yeah, but a lot of people just stop. Once they stop, they can't touch it again.
Yeah.
Right? And it's very difficult for them to even like the taste. But the fact that you can come back at Christmas and be like, I can't wait to have
Yeah.
it. That's
I
pretty
mean,
cool.
you know, if you really wanted to get into it, maybe it's a bit of a chink in my ethical chain. But I guess I guess the way I get my head around it is it's already on the table. I haven't been involved in, you know,
Yeah.
murdering another animal. It's already there. So, and I guess you could say that every day, but it is. I think once a year is fine because then I don't feel there's no guilt. I don't feel guilty afterwards. I think it's already on the table. Someone is lovingly prepared this meal. Hopefully not me. Somebody's lovingly prepared this meal for me, and I'm going to enjoy it. And I
Yeah.
do enjoy it. Like
Love that.
genuinely do enjoy it, and I don't feel any guilt because the rest of the year I don't eat it. So, and this is, by the way, this is no judgment. Everyone do your thing. It's my
Totally
personal
fair.
choice.
Yeah,
Totally
I love that. Love that.
Brussels
yeah.
sprouts, yes or no?
Absolutely.
I'm in, yeah. Green veg. I'm all in for all the green veg, everything, including Brussels.
You just
Although
keep
I,
complain.
although I only eat them at Christmas. That's what someone had them the other day. I think it was a Christmas lunch here, to be fair, but it was about 2 weeks ago. It was I think Annalise, Helen, and Leonie had them, and I was like, oh, Brussels. I don't think a couple of them were very good fans from memory,
I think
but
it depends how you.
it depends how they
them.
cook them. That's what we talked about. I was like, oh, do you not like them? And they were like, yeah, but not necessarily just like this. I think people put bacon and walnuts, and I think you
keep
have
it
to add
that too.
more
I
into it,
agree.
don't you?
Well, I never used to like them, but two things. I heard that when you grow up, your taste buds actually change.
They do. They mature.
To like Brussels, and the taste doesn't taste as bad to you. But also, my mum used to put them in like honey, sesame, bit of soy
Ooh, that
sauce.
sounds
Nice.
nice.
So now, like, that's my thing. If I'm gonna do it, you cook the Brussels sprouts, throw them in the pan dry, put a little bit of soy
good.
sauce, sesame, and honey.
I might try
Banging.
that.
Bang.
Aren't they just
Oh, that's
tiny little
nice.
cabbages?
They are tiny cabbages.
Yeah, if you
They
like
are.
cabbage,
Yeah.
then I don't see why you don't like Brussels. I think it's because they maybe look a bit
I think
odd.
it's because
I don't know.
I
They've
mean,
got a
back
bad
in the
rep.
day,
They need a bit of
I think
PR. They need a bit of
have.
PR.
I mean, I've had Brussels sprouts that literally you don't need teeth for, and they're the bad ones. You know, they
Oh,
cooked
the really,
within an inch of their
yeah,
lives.
the boiled
No, thank you
boiled
very
veg.
much. But a well cooked Brussels sprout, lovely.
Yeah.
Little bit of butter, little bit of pepper, done.
Yeah.
What's the starters you do?
Oh, honestly, this is
How many courses for Linda's got to go? Well, first of
quite
all,
often. This is so 1970s.
prawn
I
cocktail.
like a prawn cocktail.
Babe, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing prawn cocktail.
I like a prawn
Yeah.
cocktail.
Yeah.
I honestly,
Oh,
I
I
think-
am all in on a prawn cocktail.
Oh, yeah, or pate, but I
Okay,
don't.
pate's
I don't
nice.
make my own pate.
I don't
I
know
will
why
buy
prawn
pate.
cocktail ever fell out of flavour. Favour?
Flavour.
It is delicious. It's got everything. It's light for a start.
Everybody loves prawns.
Not everyone, but most
people.
They're a crowd pleaser.
Lettuce. Nothing wrong with lettuce, but you got your salad there, bit of tomato, bit of cucumber. Squeeze a lemon on the side.
Delicious. Yeah, crunchy lettuce. Don't go in with the avocado though. I don't like avocado in it. Although I like avocado, just not in a prawn
Sometimes
cocktail.
I will, sometimes I won't. But
And-
just a, yeah.
I think
What
I
about
need
you,
to try it.
starter-wise? Have you never tried one?
Maybe I haven't had a good one. Honestly, the only prawn cocktail I
Going
like
back
is
to
the crisps.
1980s and
Yeah,
having a prawn
because
cocktail.
the crisps are banging. So,
Yeah.
We're banging.
I've never really had. I think I've had it before, and I just thought it was a bit like sweet, sour.
It is a bit.
It's
to
a
be
weird
fair.
taste
The
for me.
sauce
I'm
can
like,
be quite sweet.
You got to make your own
Depends
sauce.
how you
though.
make
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Got
do
to
you
make your
put
own
paprika
sauce.
in it?
I do.
Yeah,
Bit of
jealous.
chili as well because I
Yeah.
like it a bit
Oh, you're making me.
warm.
So we're doing so because I'm going away, we're doing fake Christmas. So we're flying to Northern Ireland on Friday.
Oh, nice.
amazing.
To spend it with Amy's parents in Northern Ireland in Bangor. I can't say it properly. Bangor. I
Bangor.
think you have to be Northern Irish to say it
Say it.
right.
Bangor.
Bangor, something like that.
I can't say any of this.
And so to your tradition, so obviously Amy's mum is a smart lady too, and we're all doing a course. So I offered to do the starter, and I said I'll
Nice.
do a prawn cocktail for everybody.
What's your thoughts on eating dinner out on Christmas? You know, some people go to just for the saving the effort of actually.
I've never
cooking.
done it, and I don't think I would do it because I like the foods that I like, and if you come to my house, you're not gonna get just your traditional food. You're getting a West Indian
Oh, yum! What else
Christmas
do you do?
dinner, mac and cheese, always.
Do you call it mac and cheese pie or do you call it macaroni pie?
No, just mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. What else would I do? Coleslaw. Cannot have Christmas dinner without coleslaw. Not shop
Really?
bought coleslaw. Have to make it
Do
myself.
you do vegetables and things as well though, and gravy?
Oh yeah,
but
veg,
with coleslaw?
gravy. Oh yeah.
But they can't be touching, or they
I
don't mind.
It's all going in.
Ooh.
Yeah. So they're
Take a
the
picture
two
for
things
me.
that have to be on the table. And
It's
I'm not
interesting.
getting that if I go out. I would be really upset if I didn't have my mac and cheese and my coleslaw
That
and my
we
rice and
grew
peas.
up having.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah. But yeah.
Okay.
if it's
fair enough.
missing
What
from
do you
the
think?
table, I'm
Eat
like,
out or
So I'm similar to Linda. I've never done it. I think, especially modern life, I don't think there are many opportunities to sit down with your, extended family or whole family, whatever that looks like for anyone, whether that's friends or, biological fam. But I think having a home cooked meal. To me sounds wonderful. However, I can definitely see the benefit of having no stress. You're waking up on Christmas morning, putting on your, Sunday best or whatever, putting on some nice clothes and feeling, really good about yourself, and then walking down to your local, wherever you would go, and for someone else to cook that meal for you, I can definitely see there's loads of benefit in that. And I think it's just maybe it's what people are used to. So like you said, you've never done it. I've never done that. But if it was that we grew up in a tradition, in a household where that's just what happened, I'm sure those people are like, oh, it's brilliant for these
Amazing,
reasons. Like, what about you? Have you ever done it, Kieran?
No, I've never done it.
No.
And Claire sort of mentioned it this year, saying, "Oh, there's this place that's doing it. I can't remember what the price was per head. It wasn't cheap.
No,
It's like, oh, this will
they
save
hike
us
it
the
right
hassle."
up, don't
Right
they?
up,
Yeah.
right up. It's we're talking about.
They
least
say it's
50 quid
champagne
plus
and
a
it's
head.
really prosecco.
Yeah, I think it's like 70, £80 a head or something like that. It wasn't cheap.
And then you start working out. You're like,
I'm
hold
like,
on a minute.
you can cook that at home, but you can do that at home.
Yeah, but I think it loses. Personally, for me, obviously, it's different for everyone else, and I've never done it. I thought it would be nice to, because we don't have to deal with, the mess and the
Clean
kids
up.
and everything like that. But at the same time, I was like, but it takes the magic out of the day for me.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? I enjoy doing that, putting the work in. It's a lot of effort, but you never go around thinking, oh, that was terrible.
No,
Like,
and,
you
and
enjoy
like
it
you
by the
say,
end of
the
the
work
day.
that you put in, it's love, right? That's
Yeah.
what makes it taste so delicious, because it's all been made with love, and that day is so. I mean, I'm sure it's different for different people, right? But people that are lucky enough to have a lovely meal cooked for them, that meal would have been cooked with love. So I think that's probably what
No, I
tips
totally
it
agree.
over going out to a
Totally
restaurant,
agree.
maybe.
Christmas Eve, what do you tend to do on Christmas Eve?
So, I mean, now I'm 41. Definitely not what I used to when I was younger.
What was your younger days?
When I was younger, I would be I would
At.
definitely be at with my mates, getting pretty drunk, having a lovely old time, probably having a dance, getting in the small hours of the morning, and then spending the Christmas day probably quite, hungover, let's
Yeah.
face it. But I remember I did it one year, and I stayed out way too late. And I drank way too much, and I ruined Christmas Day.
Oh, dear.
Like, I ruined it. I didn't want to eat anything. I didn't want to drink anything. I was just kind of there in body, but not in spirit. I literally, the whole day, I was like, I just want to go back to bed. And genuinely, because I did that, I never did it again, because I ruined Christmas
Yeah.
Day, and I was actually quite gutted. Because I mean, I pretended quite well. When my brother came over, he was like, "Are you still pissed from last night?" I was like, "Yeah, shh, don't tell Dad." And he was just like feeding me glasses of champagne. But even then, it got to the point I was like, "No, I really can't. I just need to sit here, and when it's appropriate, I'm gonna just crawl back up to bed." No, but genuinely. So yeah, that was the younger version of me, but that was a long time ago. That I mean, I'm talking like I was probably 18. Like it wasn't 2 years ago. It was 22 years ago. But what does it look like now? So I think I don't know if you find this, Linda. I mean, you do have children, but I feel like the older I get, I'm regressing a bit. So I think for me, a tradition is now kind of new pajamas or just kind of freshly laundered, like, nice pajamas that you feel good in, like fancy pajamas, not ones that you just wear on a normal weekday, but nice pair of pajamas in front of the TV, a nice Christmas film, a really nice meal. So that could be a takeaway, or it could be something cooked, or it could be like a nice cheese board or something, because lots of cheese is consumed around Christmas around me. And yeah, I know it sounds a bit boring, but a bit of an early night, because I really, really like Christmas Day and I want to wake up and feel fresh and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like I don't want any remnants of hangover at all. So it sounds a bit boring, but I think it's a bit of a cozy night in and an early night for me.
I think it sounds pretty plush, actually. Linda?
So for me, we normally go to my sisters, all the brothers and sisters and whoever else wants to come, and we all get takeaway.
What's takeaway? Different or always the same?
Different, but the rule is now, because we tried.
I love the rules. There's a rule.
The first year we did it, nobody could decide what takeaway.
Yeah, so I was going to say, it must be hard.
It was crazy. So now what we do is we order our takeaway and we bring our own takeaway to my sisters.
Oh, you order your own?
So so you bring your own.
I thought you were going to say you're on a rota.
No.
That person decides.
You bring your own takeaway and then you kind of look and go,
good. I love that.
Oh, I got curry, I should have got Chinese, or
would you ever share, really, or is it like, no, this is mine? You share. That's good.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Within reason. I mean,
Within reason. So some people share, you don't.
Yeah. And then we just sit around, a few drinks, we play some games. My brother-in-law does this thing called the tray game, and it's so much fun. He gets a tray and he puts about 30 or 40 items on the tray.
In random stuff. Yeah.
Random. I mean, he's got random stuff like gramophone needles and a thimble, and and you literally in pairs you study this tray, and then you get 10 minutes to write everything down.
That's brilliant.
And then he will go through what's there, and honestly, the number of things that you just don't see.
Yeah. Is it all on top of each other, or is it quite a lot of
no
space?
Most of this, some things are kind of resting next to each other or whatever,
but it's
then
fairish.
he'll go,
it's pretty fair.
Oh, there was a piece of chalk. You go, there's no chalk, I didn't see any chalk, where was the chalk? He goes, here's the chalk. It's like, but you think that you see everything. It's one of those things like, I've got
That's
it, got
it. I might try that.
Honestly, it's so much fun. It's so much fun.
The tray game.
Yeah, the tray game.
It's a new one.
It's very simple. Don't cost any money.
All right.
So yeah, it's good fun.
Let's get on to the question that we missed earlier. Your favourite Christmas movie?
Ooh. So, childhood, I really liked Santa Claus the movie. I don't know if you've seen that, the one with Dudley Moore when he played the elf, and the guy from, is it Third Rock from the Sun? The tall guy, John something.
John Lithgow.
Yes, that film. As a child, I thought was absolutely brilliant. And have you seen it? Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I have seen it. I haven't seen it for a long time.
Now, there's this scene in the film where there's a young girl, and she's very privileged, and she lives in this big house, and there's a boy that's kind of, I think he lives on the streets, and he looks in her window every night, and then she sees him one day, and then she puts this plate of food out for him. But the plate of food that she puts out for him is something really simple, like there's a bit of ham on there, like a bread roll, and a can of Coca-Cola, I think. But, I don't know how they do this in films. It looks like the most delicious meal you've ever seen in your life. Maybe it's because of the way that the little boy devours it or something, but I always remember that. I'm like, oh, that looks so good. Maybe that's why I like ham so much.
Could be.
So that's childhood, and that will be getting watched at some point in December for sure. And I watched A Holiday last night, actually, which it's up there, but it's not my fave. I watched it early on, just not to get it out of the way, because I enjoy it, but it's not my favourite. But it's a bit cheesy and it is a bit cliche, but Love Actually, it is for me. It is Love Actually. It is. I love it. I mean, it's old enough now that you're starting to see that it's a bit problematic in places. Like Friends, when you rewatch it, you're a bit like, oh, oh, I didn't notice that when I watched that in 1994, that it's
Yeah.
actually a bit naughty for these reasons and a bit problematic. But I think there are a couple of, when I watched it, I think last year, I was a bit like, But generally, it gives me the feels. It
Yeah.
makes me feel Christmassy. And I think mostly it's very joyous as a film, right? And the scene at the end in the airport. I
Sweet.
mean, I've seen this film every year since it's been out. Probably I'll watch it more than one time in December. Every time at the end of the film, I cry. Still cry.
But it's when they have all the little
Yeah, and
montage
it's
of
everybody,
everyone
and it's the
greeting
families
everyone.
hugging,
Yeah.
that have come off
Yeah.
the plane, and
that's nice.
it's good. I
Love Actually is one of my favourites.
Love Actually's up there for
Absolutely,
me.
absolutely
Agree
one
with
of my favourites. I love it. But bizarrely, even though they're not Christmas films, every Christmas I will watch Harry Potter.
Oh, okay.
I just honestly, that to me is when you know it's Christmas.
Because you got time probably to watch them.
When Harry Potter, I mean, I know it's on at different times of the year, but just Harry Potter at Christmas is just the best. And it doesn't matter which one you watch or which order, but I'll always try and watch those. And yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
I respectfully
Let's
disagree.
agree. Let's agree to disagree. Yeah.
It's a great movie. I think Harry Potter's more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard all day. And I actually enjoy
Ooh.
Harry Potter.
Maybe it's because it's got magic in it.
It's got magic, but there's
Yeah.
also a lot of Christmas
There
period.
are some
like
Christmas-
the
there
first
is
film
there.
has
You know
Christmas
what? I'm
in
not a
it.
fan.
as
I'm
well.
not. I
Yeah.
haven't really seen them. I've seen. I think.
And
one
it was
or two,
released
and I
at
was like,
that
I can't.
point of year, right? December. It was right.
I think
November,
so. I'm
December.
not
It
100%
always
sure.
was
They
released
often
at
put
Christmas
films out
period.
on Boxing Day, don't they? Maybe because like the big blockbusters come out
Yeah,
on Boxing Day.
that's true.
Maybe.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
God,
exactly.
that used to be the tradition,
Yeah,
didn't it?
yeah.
It's like
Is it not
the
anymore?
big. Well, I'm not sure.
I think it is.
to be honest.
but
I think
who
we've just got
knows?
access to so much stuff at the moment. You maybe missed that.
Yeah,
bit
it's
that-
true.
But I do
Yeah,
remember
like the build-up that used to get to be like, I can't wait to watch
Well,
that.
I do remember going to. It was when Lord of the Rings came out, and it was the third one, and I think it was The Return of the King was being released on Boxing Day, or the day after Boxing Day. So on Boxing Day, we rewatched the first one and the second one, and then went to the cinema
Great
to
idea.
watch the third one,
Yeah.
and it was fantastic.
Nailed it.
Love that.
I would go for Home Alone.
Oh
Actually.
yeah.
You see,
I don't.
I love Home
Yeah,
Alone.
I don't
Grew
mind
up with
it. I
Home
can
Alone.
watch it.
Yeah.
But so, what is it you love about it?
Oh, it's just a mischievous kid growing up. I think it reminded me of me a little bit, maybe.
Oh yeah, saw yourself in little. What's he? Little Kevin
Kevin,
McAllister.
yeah.
could you
But-
have survived?
Not like
Could you
he
have
did.
survived? I mean,
He was a genius.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was.
It is a great film.
Yeah, great film.
It is a
great
great
film.
film.
Well, let's play a little game then. So that's our next segment. It's a game.
Ooh.
And it's sort
Love a
of good
game.
little segue because it's Guess the Christmas Movie from the audio clip.
Okay.
Oh, great!
Okay.
Great game.
What we'll do is we'll give you both the opportunity to answer the question.
Okay.
What does that
Okay.
mean? Give
So
you-
I'm going to play a clip,
yeah.
okay? I'm going to give you both the opportunity to answer the question. You can.
As in, just shout it out, or you're going to say, Linda, what do you think? Bianca, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's not make it too fair now. Me and Linda,
But we're
I
going to
think-
switch
I
each
think
round.
We're friendly enough that we can have a little bit of competition.
Let's
going
just shout
on.
out.
I think let's just shout out.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Can we
all right,
shoot-
all
We
right.
don't have to be.
You want to go like that?
Yeah. Yeah. let's
All
go.
right. Hold on. Sorry, Aaron. Can you hear this on your mic? Yeah. Perfect. All
Miracle
right.
on 34th Street.
Oh, well, give it. Wait a minute. That was just a test.
Oh, was it though?
That was the first clip. That was the first clip.
But was it Miracle on 34th Street?
I can't say anything
Am I getting it
until
Until I've answered.
you've answered.
Okay.
Correct.
Ah, but was that a real one or not?
That was a real one.
Oh.
Okay, go on to play it again.
Or was there one called White Christmas? Sounds like an old film.
I think it's Polar Express.
Is that a final
I mean,
answer?
I don't
Yeah.
really know, and I've said two. I'll go White Christmas if that's a film or not. I don't know.
Oh, so
Oh.
that's not for Linda and
Don't say it was
Bianca?
Miracle on the 34th Street.
No, it's A Wonderful Life.
Oh, that's what I
Oh.
meant. I said
That's
White
what you meant.
Christmas. That's what, and genuinely is
Okay.
what I meant.
All right, so number 2.
Oh, you don't believe that, do you?
You see, my mother's Mrs. Walker, the lady who hired you. But I must say you're the best looking one I've ever seen.
Really?
Your beard doesn't have one of those things that goes over your ears.
Well, that's because it's real. That's
Can we
what
have
I'd
some
rather
films
say.
that were like made after 1950?
I'm going to
You
say,
can play-
I think that's Miracle on 34th Street.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, so your final
Miracle on
answer?
34th Street.
Okay,
I have no idea.
so
I've never seen it. That's
okay,
for sure.
fair enough. So you don't want to take a guess?
Hold on.
10, ding.
Polar Express. Yeah, exactly.
So Linda is correct. That is
Well
Miracle on 34th
done.
Street. Oh, sorry. I didn't mention this, but from now on, I'm allowed to give you a clue
Okay.
Okay.
if you ask one.
Okay, cool.
A list. Making a list.
Checking it twice.
That's Elf.
I don't think it is it?
Shall we throw the clue in there? After accidentally killing a man in a Santa suit, a father and son are magically transported to the North Pole to take Santa's place before the next Christmas arrives.
Oh.
Get Santa. I could. I can't remember the name of it, but I think I know what
Definitely
film it
not
is. But I've never
Elf,
seen it.
Bad Santa. That's not Bad Santa.
All right. Final
This
answer
isn't going
Yeah.
very well.
is Santa Claus, which I saw was your favourite film.
It's different. Santa Claus the movie is different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice kid.
Home Alone. No.
Such a character.
Do you want to listen to it again?
Yes, please.
Nice kid. Such a character.
Bad Santa.
You like the clue?
Where are you getting these? Where's this list from?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's have a clue.
So the clue is a live-action adaptation of the children's fairy tale featuring a very green-looking Jim Carrey.
The Grinch.
Oh.
I mean, that was a really good
That was the clue.
I mean,
Yeah, well, the clue was the Grinch.
yeah. Oh, but it's not called The
No,
Grinch.
that's not the answer.
Oh, The Grinch
That's
Saves
two
Christmas. The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. I think, isn't it?
Is it the Grinch Who Stole Christmas?
It's the Grinch Who Stole
Okay,
Christmas.
Right,
Bianca.
right,
I have to
right.
take the first
Bianca
person that
can
took
have
the
that.
answer, so
Bianca
that's
can have
1-1
that.
on that.
You're
So,
being too kind, Kieran. It's like we're more
all right,
ruthless than
from
that.
now
Be more
on,
ruthless.
I don't actually know the rules of this game.
They're the
I'm
best
making it up as we
games.
go along.
They're the best games.
Yeah, so.
Is this Danny again? No
This is
prep.
Danny.
Danny didn't do any prep.
Danny, yeah,
God's
change the
sake,
time of the
Danny.
podcast. Don't give us any prep. Yeah, it's 1-1, right? Perfect.
All to
I'll
play
do
for.
that.
All to play for.
Okay, so now we're on clip 5.
Sometimes the most real things in the world are the things we can't see.
Polar Express. I'm gonna keep saying it.
It is. I
I'm
think
just
it
gonna
is.
keep
Polar
saying it.
Express.
I'm
I
just
think
gonna
it is
keep saying
Polar
it.
Express.
Express, that's 2-1 on
Polar Express.
Bianca.
Also never seen that. But it sounds like it
Yeah.
could be.
All right, it's going to be first to the key now. All
Okay.
right? And if you none of you get the answer right first time, I'll throw in a clue. That's
Okay.
the rule.
All right.
All right.
The full-blown 4-alarm holiday emergency here. We're going to press on, and we're going to have the happiest Christmas.
I recognise the voice, but
Run it again.
Oh.
Can give it to you again as
The
well.
full-blown 4-alarm holiday emergency here. We're going to press on, and we're going to have the happiest Christmas.
Yeah.
A family go on a cross-country trip from their home in Chicago to California theme park, Wally World. Wally World or
Wally
Wally
World.
World?
is this National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation or something?
It is.
Oh my
Sorry, smashed
goodness.
it.
Never seen
Is
it.
it
but,
Wally?
but you can get
Sorry.
it from the clue.
Yeah. So all right. So it's 3-1
I
to
recognise.
Bianca.
Is it Chevy Chase? Is
Chevy
that-
Chase.
Chevy
Mm.
Chase. I
Yeah.
recognise that's it.
Aaron, was it Wally or Wally?
Wally.
It is
Wally?
Wally.
Wally.
Where's Wally? Is it like that?
Yeah.
Wally, I think it is, but it's spelled
W-A-L-L-Y.
It's not
Wally.
Wally. All right. Let's cut that.
No, leaving that in.
All right. So we've got number 7.
For one brief moment, I saw all the bolts silhouetted against the lights of the traffic, and then they were gone.
Oh.
What?
Don't know.
Not a clue.
These are the most random
Yeah.
films.
Yeah.
Well, random to me, but
Yeah, I know Danny likes vintage films.
oh, it really does. Because I don't have children, I don't really
No
watch the
clue.
children's ones. I feel like these are all
Yeah.
children's films.
Okay, well, let's
Real
give
quick.
you a clue. In the 1940s, a young boy attempts to convince his parents, teacher, and Santa Claus that a red ride-arranged 200-shot BB gun really is a perfect Christmas gift.
What?
What?
I have literally have
No
no
clue.
idea. If also, again, can we please have ones that were after 1950? In the 1940s.
Not a
It's a
clue.
bit late now, they're all here.
Me and Linda were just stars in the sky in 1940.
I wasn't even at.
No idea.
No, free.
Oh, that's
free
it's
star.
called. It's a Christmas story. Isn't
Never
it?
heard
To
of
that
it.
question. No, that's fair enough. So we're still 3-1 to Bianca.
Okay.
How long's? How many more have we got?
We have 1, 2, 3. Got 6 more. Next one.
Okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m.
That is Elf.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
All
like that bit.
That was an easy one.
I
That
think
was
he's
an
my
easy one.
favourite character in Elf.
That was an easy one.
Are you here all by yourself?
Home Alone.
Oh, 5. Wait, she.
Whoa!
Finally,
one,
some ones I
Linda.
know. That's why. It's not like bloody give him a list of Santa Claus in 1940.
All right. Rule to make it fair on Linda. Listen through the whole clip before you watch.
Yeah,
it.
rule, you're not allowed to speak anymore.
yeah.
You're not allowed to guess anymore.
All right. On to the next one.
Yes? I'm trying to find a gentleman doll.
Me too, me too.
Do you have any more in the back?
It's actually one of my favourite Christmas movies. Funny enough.
What on...
You know that voice, right?
Do it. Can we
Play
have
it
it
again,
again?
please?
Can we have it?
Yes? I'm trying to find a gentleman doll.
Me too, me too.
Do you have any more in the back?
I'm trying to find a what? Government dog.
But do you know the voice? Get to the chopper.
It's
Die Hard.
no, it's
Get on.
it's when he's trying to find a toy for his son,
The action to it.
and I
yeah.
can't think what it's called. Oh my god!
Wicked
It's
film,
Arnie.
right?
It's
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. What's the film? It's Christmas Eve, and he's trying to find this lost toy in the country for his son. I can't remember. What
Yeah, that is the clue as well, so I couldn't even tell
I
you.
can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, you did know the question, so I think we can give you a jingle all the way.
Jingle all the way.
Jingle all the way.
Jingle all the way.
Yeah.
I think it's fair
We'll
to
let
give
Linda have
Linda have a
that
point
point.
on that. It's
She knew it,
5-2.
to
Like
be
you're
fair.
5 up, right?
You knew
5-2.
it. You knew it. You knew it.
On to the next.
Some heavy breathing.
Sounds
so
like
far.
me walking upstairs after a night out. How many words in this?
It's just heavy. Die Hard.
That's when he's crawling through the thing. Isn't
Yeah. All right, that was
Sorry, I
it.
wasn't supposed to shout out. Sorry.
But you know what?
I knew it.
It's fair enough. It's fair enough. That's fair enough. All right, we got a couple more to go. Right, on to the next.
But a kiss can be even deadlier.
Batman and Robin. Batman and Robin. It's definitely Batman. Because that is Uma Thurman and it's Mr. Freeze. It's Arnie as Mr. Freeze. It's a Batman movie.
Which one?
Batman at Christmas.
That's not even a movie.
I think it is. I know so the character is called Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
It's
And Mr.
aren't they all
Freeze.
called the same thing? Batman Returns.
Ding, ding, ding.
Let's have half a point each.
All right, we're on to the last one, guys.
Okay.
Let's
I
see
think our
if
listeners
you can
will
just
please.
close the gap a little bit, Linda.
A child's been missed. Not necessarily. A child's been missed. Do you want to wake up the whole North Pole? Good idea.
I've got no idea.
I don't know.
Right. Clue: Santa's clumsy son is out on a mission with Grand Santa to give out presents to the present they misplaced to a young girl in less than 2 hours. Doesn't help, does it?
No.
No, Arthur Christmas.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
At the end of that, the points are, I think, it was 7-2 overall.
Not bad.
7-2, not bad,
done.
not bad. Well done,
I
Bianca.
quite enjoyed it though.
And thank you guys for playing our little Christmas game.
Thank you for preparing the Christmas game.
I think that is going to call the end of this amazing Christmas podcast. It's been an
Aw.
absolute pleasure.
Really enjoyed
However,
that.
I think we've got a random question which the last guest gave.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
So we're going to answer those questions.
I like that.
Okay.
We have 2 questions,
Okay.
right? One for each of you.
So do we get to do this for the next person then?
You will get to do this for the next person,
Excellent.
correct? Just a good way of who can pick which one. All right, you know what?
Well, Bianca's the winner, so she can.
No, only of that game. Not Jim.
No, just pick one
Go
or
on,
two.
just-
Just pick one or two.
Go on, pick one or two.
I'll choose 2.
Number 2. Okay. If you could wear only one colour for the rest of your life, Which would that be?
Gotta be black. Black goes with everything. Black is chic. Bit hot in the
Yeah.
summer, but you know, you can look good in black and you can look casual in black. I think black for me.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
I think I would have picked the same.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So that
Because you can
leaves
dress it up and dress it down, can't you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
that leaves this one for you,
Oh,
and it's a little bit more of a personal question.
okay.
I'm glad I chose two then.
When looking back at your younger years,
Mhm.
which subject do you regret not paying more attention to back in school?
Aw.
Oh, I think that's quite an easy one for me. I
Yeah.
would say French. The fact that I
Avez
cannot
réponse?
speak a foreign language is a source of constant disappointment to me. I'd love to be able to speak another language. And when you're 14, you just don't really care, do you? So yeah,
True.
I would say definitely languages, not German because I didn't enjoy German and didn't like my teacher.
No.
But yeah, definitely French. I wish I'd paid
That's
more
cool.
attention to.
Yeah,
Good answer.
it was.
answer.
I got kicked out of my language class. I don't know why.
I also did German. Why were they teaching us German? What was that for?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
It's because it's business-wide language.
It's a business
right?
language.
Yeah, commonly used. That's why Spanish, French, and German were the main ones.
Tricky though, German. I think I remember two words. I remember Orangensaft, which is orange
Orangensaft.
juice, and I remember Ich schwimme gern, which means I like to swim.
Oh.
That's it. That's all I remember.
It makes sense.
Yeah, Ich
It's swim
schwimme gern.
again.
Don't
Let's
know why I
swim
say it.
again. That's what it
Let's
sounds
swim
like.
Let's swim again.
That's how you
Maybe that's
remember
what I'm saying. Just with an accent.
Right, so what we're going to have to do is you guys are going to have to send your questions for our next guest.
Okay.
No, don't say it because they're
No,
private.
don't know
I'll
who
have
they
to-
are.
But yeah, we're going to send them.
Will it be two people so we get one each, or are we doing a combined question?
No, one question,
One question
per
each.
one question
Yeah.
per
Like this,
person.
yeah. This is good.
And then that way,
Leave
the
a
next
question
guest.
for
Well,
the next...
if there's two questions, it just means if we got one guest on the next question, they might just have to answer two.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
it.
Okay, cool.
And we
Really?
might have a very
that.
special guest on the next one. Can't say who because I don't know.
Oh,
No.
Santa Claus himself. I mean, elf.
Right. So to finish this episode, Bianca,
Yes.
I believe you have a lovely message for your teams. I'm going to put you on the spot.
I'd do it. Okay, so first of all, I think, wow, what a year, 2023. So I've only been here a year, so I don't have much context. But what I can say is, living through everything that we've all worked on collaboratively and separately, but everything that I've seen come out of our team, seen our team deliver has been, it's phenomenal, I think. And for me, one of the reasons I came to Sky in the first place, and one of the reasons I'm here, is the standard of work that we produce is up there for me. It is premium. It is brilliant. We don't do anything by halves. And don't get me wrong, that means that we all work super hard to make that happen from all levels, right? So every single person across comms and learning, I think we don't just settle for something that's okay, whether it's a learning, whether it's a new prop, something that's come from the commercial teams, or one of our events that we might work on for Anna and Alison, or for Colin, or for Devesh in the New World. But yeah, I think so. First of all, I think big thank you to everybody for the amazing work that we've done this year, and I think for next year, let's do more of the same, but let's try and bring some more joy into every day, because I think you can forget to try and forget to have fun and to have a little bit of joy in your life when you're working so hard. I'm talking about myself here, but I think we just go on to the next, the pace that we all work at. It'll be good if in 2024 we can all stop and take a breath after the big things that we all need to deliver, and have a little bit of, whether it's collective joy, whether we all do something that to celebrate what we've done, whether that's the end of the week for some people, the end of the month, the end of a big project that might have been delivered. But yeah, I think more joy in 2024 would be wonderful. What a lovely Christmas gift that would be for us all.
I agree.
Totally agree.
I totally agree with that.
Well, thank you everyone for watching and listening to this podcast, and we will see you next time.
Thanks
Take care.
everyone. Thank you,
Thank you.
guys.